Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, December 26, 2022. Excuse me, at 9:58 a.m. So I'm surprised I got more sleep last night, and I woke up at about 9 o'clock this morning. So, um, oh well, I'm glad to have at least a temporary roof over my head. 3 more nights to go, I guess. Um, excuse me. 3 more nights to go, but I don't know if it's supposed to guarantee rain Thursday all the way through sometime next week every day. So I'm hoping it's in the daytime and not at nighttime. So so the cold seems like it's slowly but surely warming up a little bit. Like this morning it was about 36 degrees, and then within less than an hour it looked like it rose to 43. But I don't know um what's gonna be the high temperature today. So there they go tapping again. They're tapping and they're falsely making it sound like as if when water taps, when you haven't turned the faucet all the way off and water is tapping, like drops of water is tapping from the from a faucet, but that's not the water tapping from any faucet. That's them doing that. So like in the previous video when I said turn your speakers all the way up, you got to put earbuds in order to be able to hear the noise harassment of what they were doing to me earlier this morning. So I hope today to get to work on some writing and some short stories and last night I was freaking out because like when I was in this room the first 2 nights, there were a few gnats and a couple of roaches. And then the day I was supposed to have left Saturday morning, they had a roach that tried to crawl inside my arm. I mean, not inside, but inside my shirt by my armpit, and I caught it and got rid of it. So last night I had the heat on the highest, and I thought that the heat being on, I thought that that would keep the roaches and gnats away. Well, it was working for a while, and then it stopped. So I was freaking out because so many roaches kept trying to crawl. They were crawling in the bathtub and everything, and they had gnats and roaches when I first got here. You know, so the online perps would scapegoat and blame that on me. See, they're thumping and stumping. So I had to take and bag my stuff up to prevent roaches from crawling everywhere. So I'm, freaking out and be like, oh, I can't wait to get out of this hotel, or can't wait to get out of this hotel room. And I mean, but I'm glad to have a roof over my head. But I hate to be tormented and suffering like this. Those light brown, big German cockroaches. So this is a ghetto, rundown, bad hotel where some doors look like they don't even have locks on them. That's frightening. So I mean, some of the other motels that I stayed in, the one in Gulf Breeze, they had um flies and gnats galore, and the online perps blamed me for the gnats. They had flies and gnats when I first got there, but then the manager said that because of the weather and stuff, he said everybody's been getting the gnats. So he said it was everybody getting the gnats, not just me. So the online perps, want to just falsely scapegoat and blame me and falsely accuse me of having nasty habits and that it was my fault. That, oh, they got gnats and Candy's nasty and she doesn't even clean the gnats up and stuff like that, when I tried everything. So, but then at the other motel, when they transferred me to the other motel, I saw a few gnat. I mean, I'm sorry, a few. I didn't have as many gnats, but I had some, but not as many as the first hotel. I mean, the first motel, But then I saw a few roaches, about 5 roaches throughout the whole time the whole like 4 or 5 months that I stayed there. But here it's like I'm about to have freaking breakdown, like meltdown over some damn roaches and gnats, freaking out. But I'm glad they don't have bed bugs, but all of them are just as bad. So the first couple of days of staying here, the the high heat, me having the heater on the highest setting, it kept the roaches and gnats away. But yesterday, like they they were, you know, what's the right word? They you know, they were tough and bold. That's all I can say. They were stubborn and just wouldn't leave. So I really don't feel like going to Dollar General, going back there, and um with the little bit of money I have, feeling like all I could buy and stretch me for the next couple of days is to buy some just to buy some, like, some hamburger buns or bread and peanut butter and tuna and applesauce. Bread, peanut butter, tuna, and applesauce. You know, so it was hard to even get help and screaming out for help um over this weekend. And it's like, I know, are people that cold hearted that they're gonna sit there and leave me to suffer and die in 19-degree weather? And me crying out for help, all I did was either get largely ignored or I got attacked. People wanted to attack and challenge me, you know. But thankfully, somebody swooped in at the last minute and helped me out. So, I'm sick and tired of people. I wish that God would straighten their asses out right now with acting like they got the authority to chastise and punish people and be judgmental while they're the ones working for Satan. That they think they got the authority to monitor and control everything I do and stalk, follow, and harass. And they, a lot of the times, they don't know what the hell they be talking about and making false assumptions. And so um, before the perps found, I should have kept quiet. I don't know, but I figured the reason why I didn't keep quiet because I figured the perps would have found out anyway. The fact that they stalk everything I do. So that's why I'm like, well, might as well, you know. But as soon as the perps found out about my blog, they made sure it was halted and shadow banned. And if I post bullshit or something silly on TikTok, it gets all the views, likes, and attention. You know, even though I don't even do it that much, but I did a couple of, you know, a little bit of goofy things, you know, like, but, or something that's not really that important. But if I post about the gang stalking, or if I post about needing help, they make sure that those videos are suppressed, just like any other platform. And I hate here on YouTube how people are so fake that y'all know who y'all are, that you only give me thumbs up based on how positive or negative the topic is. If I'm crying out for help with the hotel room, everybody ignore me and give me massive thumbs down. But then once I be like, well, okay, I had help with the hotel room. Oh, that's something positive. So, oh, we're going to give you lots of thumbs up now. Like they grade me based on professed fake new age positivity and negativity. You're not God to be trying to do that. But other professed targeted individuals, if they talk about targeting, they get thumbs up and likes no matter what. If the majority of your subscribers like you and respect you, then, you know, don't call yourself the most hated or the most targeted in the world. All y'all can't be the most targeted in the world. You got over 20,000 subscribers and popular and well liked. You know, don't you be one of the popular fakes lying and saying you're the most targeted in the world. You would have really nobody to talk to if that's the case. So, um, and then people falsely accuse me of being, you know, starting drama and all that. You know, when I'm speaking on my personal experiences and what I'm going through, see, they use their kids to perp. So, as much as I would love to have a decent breakfast this morning, you know, if I were to do that, like have a decent breakfast, then shucks, that's enough for just one meal. If I were to have, you know, a breakfast that tastes good, you know, or something filling. But there's nothing but junk at Dollar General, nothing really healthy over there, you know. And those juices were fake healthy, but I guess it was something. But you know, I'm just feeling so depressed emotionally and panicking, and I'm kind of not ready for next Monday. You know, as I say, I don't like being employed and working underneath everybody. And I mean, I would rather be entrepreneurial and make my own money or be my own boss. You know, I hate, you know, other people telling other people when they can and can't use their cell phone or use the bathroom, eat, take whatever lunch break, you know. So, it seems like the online perps, once they started harassing me on TikTok, now I get less views and less likes and less support and comments. And then a couple of my followers had got hateful and blocked me because the perps kept on it's like the people got mad and unfollowed and blocked me because of the perps spamming, the perps deliberately spamming my videos and stuff, creating brand new accounts to spam my videos. But they left me alone for the past few days though. But still, I tracked down and found out who that was, who got hateful and obviously blocked me after she supported me and defended me and felt like she couldn't be fooled by what the perps do. And then next thing you know, they eventually got in her head and convinced her, brainwashed her, you know. So so I went and found her, hunted her down and found her and blocked her right back. So but that's what they do. They smear campaign and spread the word and make sure nobody respects me and that nobody likes me and that everybody hates me. You know, in the professed targeted individual community is no better, that they falsely, the worst thing that they do is falsely smear campaign you as the perp. And then without question, or without question or without investigating, they'll just straight up block you. And you know how nearly everybody on YouTube and Twitter have me wrongfully blocked. And it's like, well, that's less that I'm learning about this gang stalking program. And the people with the most valuable information are the ones who are the popular fakes. That's how they got expert knowledge on everything. Um, I know about experience and research, but I don't have that expert knowledge like they do. You know, so dang, I wish I could have what I had yesterday for breakfast. I wish I could have it, you know. You can't even get a can of tuna for $1 no more. Can't even get a can of tuna for $1. So it's gonna be a struggle. And you can't even get dollar peanut butter no more. Like it'll be at least $3 or $4 for a jar of peanut butter. And then unless I'm at Walmart or Publix or something, then I can get unsweetened applesauce. But Dollar General, you can't get unsweetened applesauce. It's tainted with excessive amount of high fructose corn syrup. So yeah, I mean it's really scary out here. And then people not wanting to help, and I wish I could write a few short stories today and then maybe gain $30 or something in exchange. But as I said, they try to distract or interrupt, you know, me trying to make my own living, and everybody wants me constantly controlled and monitored and surveilled. And they just won't leave me alone. While they can live their fraudulently and illegally go live their fake lives. It's like who's the real fraud? By somebody getting paid to write a short story, which y'all don't consider that work or a side hustle, and you think I deserve to be punished with not making? I mean, well, why do you read the short story if you feel like my short stories deserve to be suppressed, or you feel like that's not real work, or if my short stories aren't good, but you've been stalking and reading for 3 years? Well, I'll say 2 years because I've been writing for 2 years. But people busking on the streets, you consider that work or side hustle and deserving of money. Of other authors and writers, their novels, as long as they promote Satanism and witchcraft and New Age and fake magic and everything, as long as they promote evil, you know. But y'all falsely accusing me of condoning child abuse and animal abuse, which is not true. I mean, me telling a story about how, I mean, I know what it's like to grow up in a black family and grow up, you know, well, the foster mom didn't raise us in the hood, but she acted hood and ghetto, even though she lived in like what they call middle class, what they used to call middle class neighborhood. But she had a whole, living a fucking rich life, but I know what it's like to deal with child abuse. I'm speaking from like my experiences and everything. And black families and Creole families in New Orleans, I mean, we grew up being abused. You know, like if a child in a black family, I know from personal experience, my own race of people. I'm not, and not every black family, does that, but in the hood or in abusive ghetto families and stuff, if a child um accidentally knocks over a glass of milk, oh, they get the ass beaten of their doggone life, and leave the child traumatized. But I don't know about Hispanic. Well, some Hispanics beat and abuse their doggone kids, but and I don't know about how Asians do, but the rich white families, well, maybe the poorer white families, they would treat their kids the same way, but the richer white families, what they do is they actually get side by side with the child and tell the child it's okay, honey, and show them how to wipe up the milk that they spilled, or if they do it for the child. But nowadays parents don't discipline their kids anyway. Like the short story that I wrote called Uncle D, and then you know and also let's buy some hood snacks. I mean, but it's hard to get an audience to because people don't like me as a person. So they don't like me as a person, so they don't like anything I do or say. They have an issue with anything I do or say they don't like. So that's hurtful. But they have some people who tell me that I'm such a phenomenal and brilliant writer, and it's hard, trying to get my writings any exposure, and it seems like tweeting to a brick wall. My short stories don't get that many views on my blog and Kofi. You know, so I mean, and I seldom get that much support on my Kofi. I do, but it's not that much or not that often to get any um on my Kofi. But now I'm trying to use TikTok and Tumblr and a couple other places as an outlet to try to spread awareness and share my blog, Kofi, and short stories and stuff like that, you know. And as I said, people just want me suppressed, and they want to try to erase my existence on this earth. You know, it was really traumatizing and scary that over the weekend, me crying out for help and everybody acting like as if they wanted to, ignore me and to, leave me to just suffer and die. And it was traumatizing. Like, are these people, this many people, this cold hearted that they see me crying out and ignore me? But I don't know how many thumbs down I got. I'm pretty sure I got a lot of them because I got so small view. I mean, if I cry out for help, I get maybe one or two thumbs up. But once I got the help, then it'd be like 12 or 13. So, you know, I'm still going to try to put my best foot forward with this new job that's a week from now, next week. But I don't get paid till every 2 weeks. And they say it's like a part-time seasonal. I hope to get at least 30 hours. And they say that I can have the potential to work overtime. So I need to be well rested. It's not a driving or a car job or nothing. But I hope to be I don't want to give any hints. The in-person purpose, no. But the online purpose, I don't want to give any hints to where I'm working at. So I don't want to give any hints to where I'm working at. But y'all always will find out if something goes bad and got to deal with the workplace mobbing. But, I'm going to try my best to not quit, but it's so hard and it's frustrating, you know. So, it's hard and frustrating, to not quit, but I like to reap the fruits of my own labor, you know. And I feel really accomplished, and it helped me feel good about myself to receive my own paychecks from actual work, you know. And while in person, I mean, everybody at work told me how great of a job I did with the temp service last year of cleaning the bathrooms and stuff, while the online perks had a false narrative and lied and said that I'm nasty and that I did a half job and that I never do my work and stuff like that, while they harassing and stalking and abusing and bullying me and turning away any support, you know. And so I'm sick of narcissistic abusers telling me stay off social media, or they tell me that I deserve any abuse or hurt that I get. Well, of course, because you're just as dirty as them. You're just as abusive. You're the same kind of abuser as they are. So if they want to say stay off the internet, you know, but I need to use the internet for my writing and trying to get some public exposure, for my writing and for my homeless diary, open diary of my homelessness, and open diary and exposure and documentation of my targeting, and also to learn truth and spread truth. You know, so I'm pretty sure it's 10:30 right now or close to it, and I am so hungry. I haven't eaten or drunk anything today. So the fact that this video like take longer to upload, so I'm just gonna go and get what I need to get, and then come back later and upload it. So I'm hungry, so it's like I'm like stretching the little bit that I have, you know, and so I'll see y'all later.